Hi, I'm Vivien. Have you heard of competitive swimming? No, not the part where you just splash in the water and race with your friends. What do you actually know about competitive swimming? Here at PCTVS, coaches train high school student athletes up to 2 hours in preparation for swimming and to improve. Do you know the 4 strokes? Let's get into it.
So there are 4 strokes in swimming. Freestyle, which is a forward stroke, moving your arms alternately, also legs move alternately. Backstroke, which is the same thing basically as front crawl, only you're on your back. So your arms are also moving alternately and your legs are moving alternately. There's butterfly, where both arms are shooting forward and then your legs are making a whip motion together at the same time. And a breaststroke, where your arms come in toward your chest. Better explained, your arms shoot forward and you scoop in a circular motion toward your chest as your legs get tucked in and you're almost doing like a frog kick.
Now that we know the 4 strokes, let's talk about how swimmers get ready for a meet and their role to competitive swimming.
I make sure to have like a good dinner, a nice fulfilling dinner. Maybe pasta, that'll be best preferred.
Like our coaches always say, we sleep extra, especially the night before a meet. Even though I have homework, I try to get it done in school. I always try to eat a hearty meal, whether that's pasta. Usually it's pasta. Garlic pasta is my favorite. But a big meal before a swim meet, even though it might seem like it damages our swimming, it actually helps a lot.
Getting ready for a competition takes a lot more than you think. You have to prepare not only physically, but also mentally.
A lot of swimmers get into their own heads. That's like the negative aspect of it, where they start doubting themselves and all the practice that they've put in. And it's sad, but we try to talk them out of it and get them in a positive mindset that they are capable of doing something that they do every single day. Then we have other swimmers that are very ready and zoned out. They're prepared to compete and do exactly what they have to do.
The hardest part about competing is fighting that mental challenge of can I do it or can I do it? I think that like just mentally you have to be prepared for everything, whether it's a win or a loss, but you can do it.
I feel like the hardest part about competing with swimming is like the mental aspect of it, because I'll be like, yeah, I can do this. And then I get on the block and I'm like, even though I feel like it's a love-hate relationship, I feel like me and swimming are like besties.
The hardest part about competing, I think, is just the mental toughness of it, kind of getting to yourself. And before every meet, I always feel like I'm gonna throw up, but every time it ends up the same and I always do the same thing. But yeah, that's pretty much a lot of it, is just getting ready, and everyone before the meet, I feel like the vibe before a meet is very important to what you do.
So my experience being a swimmer so far, it really goes back to when I was 9, because I started swimming at 9. I swam for my city's club team in the Boys and Girls Club, and since then I've really evolved through competitions like nationally and locally, and it really built the person that I was today.
Well, I started swimming when I was 6, so I started swimming in a lake for my ELAC swim team. I still do that sometimes for fun, but it's less competitive. And then once I realized that I really liked swimming and I wanted to do it as my core sport, I joined the Blue Streaks swim team in Wayne for club. And after I did that for about 4 or 5 years, I joined Lifetime Swim Club. I had a lot of fun there. I've been with kind of the same group of friends, so it's been really nice swimming with people that I know. The thing with swim is it's a very small community, I feel like, and if you know someone, then you probably know everybody else in that area. And then once I joined high school, I did high school swim, and I realized how seriously it was taken. So I guess I didn't expect that when I was joining high school swim, because I expected club swim to be extremely more serious, but it really wasn't. It was kind of the same thing.
So I've been swimming since like I was in 2nd grade. So right now I've been like swimming consistently for 10 years. Some good memories are like the swim meets, because you know practices will kind of be the same, but meets, like you get to socialize with friends, meet new people, see different people from different areas. We get to, especially after meets, we get to eat and like go out to eat and maybe go to the mall or like just hang out in general. And I feel like that's really fun.
I actually swam here at PCTI when it was PCTI, not PCTVS, about 15 years ago. Just about, wow, it's been a very long time. I've just come to the realization of that. It was great. I only swam for 2 years, so the pool didn't open until my junior year of high school. there was a small club team at first, and then we became a swim team. And actually Coach Aronson, which is the head boys coach, taught me how to properly swim. So it was a good experience, and for someone who swam for 2 years, I feel very proud of myself and how far I've come.
Now that we know what goes on behind the scenes, let's jump into the competition.
When I try to get times, a lot of times I'll set a goal for myself, but a lot of those times I don't meet the goal, whether it's just the way I'm feeling that day, or if I got to my head and I just didn't swim the way I know how to swim. Even though I think it's really important, especially in a team setting, because how it works in swim, as you know, is you get a point and it depends on whether your team wins or loses. So that's the main reason why I beat myself up, but I don't let it get to me.
When I don't make a time, I always know why I didn't make the time. So it's always like I can look forward to making my mental aspect of why I didn't make my time better. So I'll try harder, especially in practice.
When I don't get the times I want or I don't win, I personally just try my best at the next practice because it's never over.
You have to want it. You can't get in the water and expect it to have the perfect result. You have to be ready to compete, ready to eat healthy, ready to go to sleep early. You have to want it more than anybody else because only you can compete, only you can have the result.
So swimming in PCTVS has been a life-changing experience. I've been able to challenge myself mentally and physically, and I've gotten to meet a lot of new people and make a lot of great memories with them.
In PCTVS, I feel like swimming is always just a fun environment, or we try to make it a fun environment as much as possible. There are a lot of different people, but at the same time, it's very small. There are only 25 per team, I believe, so you kind of get close with the people you're with, and you know everyone, and it's really kind of a nice community to be in.
Swimming here is a lot different from club. Club is so serious and like rigorous, and you're more in high school swim. It's more like chilled, and like you get to hang out with more people. It's more like of a team, because in club it's really individual, but in high school it's like you're competing with other people and trying to reach the same goal. So I really like that.
A regret that I might have is not taking it as seriously in like 2020 to 2021, because obviously that was when COVID was, so my mom never put me back into club swim after that time. So I do kind of regret that, because I was kind of at my peak right before 2020, and then COVID kind of just sent me down, and I'm not as good as I think I would have been, but it's okay. I think it's a learning lesson for me.
Any regrets that I have, I know I had like a couple regrets when I was currently in the moment of my competitions and stuff, but now I've kind of learned to just let that go, because you just have to keep on moving from where you are in order to actually succeed.
I have no regrets over swimming throughout high school with my team, because it made me grow as a person. Because when I came to swimming, it was like a whole new atmosphere, and it really boosted up my confidence and just like my livelihood, and it set a new aspect of me for high school.
Swimming was worth it. I got to meet a lot of great people and really improve on myself inside and outside of the water, and just overall I've had a great time, so it was worth it in my heart.
Swimming can be fun. I think it depends on who you're with, where you're swimming. The meets can be fun. Just the events that come with it, I feel like are a lot of fun, like the pasta dinners that we do, and just the parties and everything. I think it's fun. Swimming itself is definitely more stressful than people think it is. People think, oh, you just go in and you swim a couple laps and you get timed, but it is you have to stay really consistent, and sometimes it can be really tiring, especially on top of schoolwork. It can be really mentally draining, but I think it's a pretty fun sport, in my opinion.
I think the fact that we get to practice together every day, we have things like pasta parties where we are able to talk and have fun with one another, have dinner as a family, things like our fundraisers, our big competitions where we have to rely on one another so that we can win as a team. I think that's the biggest thing.
I always want my teammates to feel happy and felt like they've tried their hardest.
Now that you know about competitive swim, you should definitely give it a try. Swimming can be just as challenging as any other sport, but that's what makes it so exciting. Well, anyways, thank you for watching, and that was our world of competitive swimming.